Okay.
Okay, this is a video on how to wind the bobbin and thread the Brother sewing machine at the Glendale Library MakerSpace. So I just pulled the window off our bobbin case. So literally you just pull back on this little lever and you can pop open the window and then pull out your bobbin. This is the bobbin. Now I'm going to show you how to add thread. You could start with an empty bobbin. This one currently has some white thread on it, and that's okay. You can add red to it as long as there's enough space to add your new color. So I want to use this red color. So the first thing I do is pull out the thread, and I'm going to place it on the post with the thread coming at me this direction, just like this diagram here. So then I can put it back on the post and place the disc snugly up against it. Then I take the end of the thread and place it through the number 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Then I take the bobbin and I'm going to wind the thread end around it about 4 or 5 times, going this direction towards the left. And there's a diagram right here that shows you which direction the thread should be on the bobbin. Then I place it on the post and I take the end of the thread and insert it into the groove and pull it, and there's a razor blade that cuts it for me. Now I push the post back to engage the winding mechanism, and then I'm going to disengage the pedal on the right hand side next to the power button. As soon as I disengage the pedal, this light turns yellow, the little arrow button, and I'm going to push that to start the winding mechanism. When I push it, I'm going to get ready to grab the thread with my fingers with my other hand because I want to evenly wind the bobbin. So now that it's spinning, I'm moving the thread up and down gently so that I can get an even disbursement of the thread. If I don't do this, you'll get lumps and it'll ruin the bobbin and you won't be able to use it, and it could cause the machine to malfunction as well. So we want to make sure we have a nice clean bobbin, smooth and wound properly without any lumps, bumps or uneven areas. After you feel you have enough thread, then you can push that arrow button again and it stops winding, and then you push the post to the left and pull it off. You have to push the post to the left to pull in order to pull the bobbin off. And then I can cut my thread, and then I'm going to take the bobbin and reinsert it into the case with the thread going towards the right. And you can look at the diagram right here, it'll tell you which way to place the thread, and these arrows guide you into the groove and show you where to take your thread. Now I'm going to cut it on the little razor blade right here, and that's how you insert and wind the bobbin. Last thing is replacing the window, just like that. And now I can go up to the top of the machine and thread the needle at the top. So I'm going to undo the winding bobbin mechanism, and I'm going to take the thread and start over again at 1, 2, pull it all the way around following the arrows into the channel, down to 3, and then up here to 4. On 4, I'm going to use my hand to lift the needle up and down, and I'm going to find the hook in there and wrap my thread around the hook. And then I'm going to bring my thread down to 6, place it behind the bar, and now I can cut my thread so I get a nice sharp end. And this is where I thread my needle by eye from front to back. So if you have a nice sharp thread end, it shouldn't be too difficult to manually thread the needle from front to back into the eye, just like that. Pull it out, and now I'm going to take my thread, slide it through the channel of the presser foot, and pull it straight to the back, and you're ready to sew. Oh, first put back the pedal, re-engage your pedal so that you can sew properly, and then you're ready to go. When you turn the machine on the right hand side, when you turn the power button on, the screen will light up for you and it'll automatically show you a straight stitch Most people will want to use this straight stitch, and I'm going to show you how to adjust the length and how to adjust the needle position. The default needle position will be on the left. If you want to have the needle on the center, you'll push number 4. I just pushed 4 and the needle moved to the center for me. Then up here I can adjust the stitch length. It's at 2.5. I want to make it at 3.5, so I just hit plus. If you're using a zigzag stitch and you need to change the stitch width, you can do that right here. So right now it's 3.5. You could make it whatever you want, or you could lower it as well. The next thing I want to show you is stitch tension. The dial up here is the stitch tension dial. Most people will use the 3. That's for medium fabrics, medium weight fabrics. Somewhere in this zone of 3 to 5 is the most commonly used. Thinner fabrics, you might want to use a lower tension. Thicker fabrics, a lower tension. Thinner fabrics, a higher tension. For this brother sewing machine, there is a case right here on the left-hand side. You just push the case open. This little door pops open, and you can find all the bobbins and all the feet. So the zipper foot is located in here, the buttonhole foot, and then all our bobbins as well as screwdrivers.